So right now, you're being aggressive, right? So you're violating my Third Amendment right because I'm quartering with an enemy combatant. It is what it is.
What's up? You're up? Cool. Yeah, I was over there on Polly's channel. I had to get out of there. I was getting a headache. Everyone was just talking over each other. I had to get out of there, and I'm up. So I decided I'd just come on, see if anyone was up. All right. Hey, what's up, Noli? Yeah, I just fucking had to get out of there, man. There's just too much. Everyone was talking over each other. I just couldn't get a word in edgewise. I'm like, I'm just gonna come on because I'm up and I'm bored, and why not? What's up, Cat? Oh God, did you guys hear Josh's explanation of why he thought they were violating his Third Amendment? What the fuck? He's a fucking idiot. What's up, Kimber? God, Josh is just such a fucking idiot, dude. Unbelievable that he was just fucking. Oh my goodness. Oh, it was ridiculous. Jimmy, what up, man? Oh my goodness, and it's just like it's fucking ridiculous. No, you see, it was a Third Amendment violation because when they're talking about it, the public is and the sidewalk is owned by the public. Oh my God, this fool! Sometimes you just gotta you gotta concede that you just can't argue with crazy. Sometimes there's just a level of crazy that you just can't argue with, and Josh is at that level of crazy. I mean, to me, that just puts it into perspective right there. The fact that he actually really tried to argue it put it into so much perspective. It was ridiculous. Oh my goodness. It had me. Oh, I was just so upset. I have to say, Jimmy gave him good shit. Jimmy was up there. Oh, it's right there. There you go. Oh man, it was just fucking. Ugh, couldn't. Just had to get out of there. It's nice and quiet in here. I like that. That works for me. Not everyone's trying to talk over each other. There's a link. If anybody wants to come on up and join me and shoot the shit. Oh man, horribly, and not even a good. Oh yeah, absolutely. All those questions like, okay, first of all, let me thank you. Like, what? Really? Thank you? Thank what? Seriously? Like, who the fuck are you? It's like ridiculous. Ah, absolutely. And anytime a decent question was brought up, he just ignored the shit out of it. He just man, oh, he just pissed me off so much, Jimmy. Oh my God, I was just so. And you guys know me. I'm usually able to be, fairly. I try to be fair in situations and let people, speak and all this. But just like God, it was just like. I mean, let's put it this way. See, at first, I was like, "Man, this is compared. This is reminding me of when I was talking about Omaha." But to Omaha's credit, Omaha
Fuck Omaha, man.
might have
Fuck him.
he must have he may have said some crazy stuff, but at the same time, he was willing to, listen, and he was willing to.
He's not willing to listen, though. He's not willing to listen at all.
No, not Josh. I'm talking about Omaha.
I'm talking about Omaha too. He's fucking tripping. I just messaged you on the fucking last live. He's fucking tripping. I told him he's fucking tripping, and he called me a fucking fake friend. Fuck him.
Well, what happened?
I don't know, man. He just called me a fucking fake friend. I don't know. I've had a few beers. I'm fucking pissed at him. He can fuck off.
Oh damn! Like, well,
I don't know, man. I'm just fucking pissed at him, man.
Oh,
I mean, I've donated him probably $100 in the last fucking couple months, and I mean, I've been a helpful friend to him. And he threatens to fucking block me on his fucking live because I tell him he's fucking tripping. When he was talking about how his friends are all betraying him, and I told him he's tripping, and he threatened to block me for that. Just fuck him. I'm a fucking mod on his fucking channel. What the fuck? I was there to fucking support him.
Jesus, yeah. Well, here's
And
the
you know
thing.
what? If he's gonna be like that, I don't fucking care. He asked me why I'm not in fucking bed because I fucking walked an hour and a half home after a 12-hour fucking shift.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Okay, relax. Okay, relax. Just chill out. All right. One thing you got to remember about Omaha. All right, now he's got some issues with anxiety, and he obviously is a little manic at times, and
He is. And I'm
and
fucking sick of it.
and I understand that. And if you are, you are. That's that is what it is. And some people can deal with it, some people can't. But yeah, that's all. Just if you can't deal with it, yeah, be gone with him and all like that. But don't let him get to you like that. I mean, yeah, I get you're upset now, but just breathe. Wolves fraba.
Yeah, he told me he messaged me like 50 times, and I looked at my messages. The last time he messaged me was August 8th. And actually he didn't message me. I messaged him saying that there was a Facebook post about him, and he claims he's messaged me multiple times since, and I never responded. I would always respond if he messaged me,
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, we haven't talked outside of here, but I mean, you always seem like a stand-up dude and a good dude to me. I mean, you've been really nothing. I mean, yeah, you've been good. I can see why you seem like to me you would be a good friend. So just I don't know, man. It's
like he doesn't fucking work. Like, how does he fucking know what a fucking working man fucking
yeah, I agree with you. And I think he's younger than you, right?
He's about the same age.
The same age, okay. Well, just I bet you tomorrow he'll probably say, man, and just let him know how you're feeling. Just like don't get all uppity, like you are right now. Make sure you're calm before you talk to him.
I'll be blocked.
And just well, if you are, then then obviously he wasn't a real friend, and fuck him then, right?
Yeah, true that.
Fuck, you're not going to be blocked here, so you can always come on here,
Yeah.
Right? It's all good. Absolutely. So yeah, how's work?
It was pretty good. I mean, I was they fired 3 or something like that, and then 2 more quit. So I've been working extra hours, but
Okay. You're not drinking PBR, are you?
oh no, I drink Bud Light.
Awesome. That's not much better, man. That's like a step ahead. It's all right though. Hey, you drink what you drink. It's all good. Like, actually,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna start. I'm gonna have some whiskey here.
I don't drink often. I just had a long day at work, and I just felt like getting.
You need to unwind. You need to unwind, right? Hey, it's always good when you unwind. Noli, get your ass up here. Jimmy, you should come on up too. Joe, come on up. Come on, y'all. Let's have us a good little conversation since we're all up anyway. Let's get Extortion Watcher's mind off of stupid shit. Come on, y'all. Working shorthanded sucks. Yeah, absolutely, right? It really freaking does. So you were in the Polly's chat for a little bit, right? Or did you not even go in there?
I didn't go in there. I was like kind of upset over everything.
Well, you probably would have got more upset if you went in there because Josh was just being so stupid.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't really have time to follow up on Josh anymore and stuff like that since I've been working all these hours. It's like hard to keep up with everybody. It's like ancient. Like I get off work and it's like 5 hours ago somebody did a live and it's just like ancient to me. Like
I got you. I found out what happened with the stream you tried to watch. Yeah, it was like a 5-hour stream, right? And what happened was the freaking clip that Jimmy told me to play of the comedian, they copyright struck and they took off the whole video. They didn't say no, we're not going to claim it. They just said no, we're just you're ghosting your video because of that little 2-minute clip, and it ghosted the whole 5-hour freaking stream. I'm like, God damn! All right, whatever. Yeah, so thanks, Jimmy. I had copyright strike on my video because of the clip you wanted me to play. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Right? Noli, how are you
Yeah.
today?
I'm not bad. I had a rough, I don't know, crappy day, I guess. I don't know. I just was in a
Everyone's
shitty
having a
mood for no
crappy
fucking
day.
reason. You ever have one of those days?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Always.
I was
That's why I
butthurt
actually.
about something that was stupid. Well, it's not stupid, but it's stupid. It's trivial in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I wasn't having that great of a day. I didn't sleep very well the other night, which is why I didn't post a video today. I'm just like, I just don't fucking feel like doing anything today, so I'm just not going to.
Yeah, I had a big do nothing day too.
Hey, so you need those every once in a while.
So, for real.
You do.
So my daughter, she said a dog followed her home, right? This is like the fourth dog that followed her home. These dogs have hoofs. I don't think they're dogs, dude. I don't think they're dogs. I think she's trying to pull one over on me.
Oh.
I'll send you a picture.
Right.
It's beautiful. Oh my god.
I'm gonna find a horror story I could tell you guys, show you. That's a good idea. That'll be fun. Let's see. Scary stories. Let's see. Scary. So everyone can turn off their lights and just kind of sit there. Oh wait, will I get copyright strike? I'll probably get copyright strike for the stories, wouldn't I? Never mind.
No, you shouldn't. People read stories all the time.
Okay. I don't want to get like fucker. Let's see. What's a good one? All right, here's something. All right, it's about a Ouija board. In high school, my friends and I were messing around with a Ouija board one night. We had done it before and nothing remarkable had ever happened. We usually did it to try and scare each other or our girlfriends. I guess it's a girl writing it. We all thought it was a joke. That night, there was no one else home except the seven of us, and we were all together around the board. One of the girls there wanted to try it. She had never done it before. This time was different. The board misspelled some of the words the same way every time. It gave answers that seemed really historically accurate for our town, things we neither knew or cared about. Long story short, the spirit claimed it was a 10-year-old boy who had died on the property in the 1800s and was buried there too in an unmarked grave. My friend's house was on a farm in the edge of town. We were all a little freaked out because the board had never been so detailed and consistent. However, we were still skeptical, and we were all assuming one of us was trying to scare the rest. Finally, my friend asked if the spirit could do something to prove he was there with us. It went to yes, and then spelled out Knock. Then the planchette stopped moving. We just all stared at it silently, and then there was a rap, rap, rap on the window right next to us. Lights were on outside, and there was absolutely no one out there. We never touched that effing board again. Oh my god, I wouldn't either. Hell no. I don't. Man, when I was a kid, one of the movies that scared me the most was Puppet Master. That scared the living shit out of me as a kid.
Really?
Remember that one?
Scared me that bad.
No.
The one that got me was oh son of a bitch, with Pinhead. The hell's the name?
Hellraiser.
Yes, Hellraiser. That one scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, Puppet Master scared shit out of me. All those little fucking puppets, especially Blade. And all that shit. Those always scared the shit out of me. What scared you as a kid? Sorcerer Watchers.
Really? I love
those. Skeletons. They scared me.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
Yeah. I've always instead of ghosts, I've always one time with my little brother, I don't know why, it's just a weird reason. My brother mentioned a skeleton walking across the room, and ever since I've just been scared of skeletons.
Oh wow. Christine didn't scare me, but Christine was a great movie. I enjoyed that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Stephen King. It's based on a Stephen King book.
Christine was a great movie, but it freaked me out when I was a kid.
You mean The Stand?
The what?
It's called The Stand, right?
Oh, The Stand was hella freaky.
Dude, that was a good one,
no.
too. That was a good one. Or Pet Cemetery or Cujo. bunch of Stephen King stuff.
Cujo was fucked up.
Yeah, Cujo was really messed up. And then have you guys seen the new It yet?
No, I haven't seen the new
Yes,
It.
I have.
I like the old It though.
Oh, the new It is. I mean,
I hate them both. I hate them both.
Is it scary?
It's scarier than the first one
Yeah.
because it's not made for TV, so they could get away with a lot more. But and the guy that they got to play the clown, it's not Tim Curry. He does it a lot differently, but I mean the voice is just it's creepier. You're kind of like, what's going on?
He is such a good actor.
Absolutely. Oh, Laura, what's up? Come on up, Laura. See, this is Laura. Laura actually helped me with all my designs. She helped me for the design I have, the logo, and she did the Squirrel Lives Matter logo for us too. So everyone thank Laura for all that.
Laura, you're a rock star.
She really is. She also helped Master Report when they had a bunch of t-shirts designs. So and she's all the way over in Britain, so she doesn't really get to catch a whole lot of the shows. That's a time difference and all that. Plus, she's not really into the 1A community so much anymore. But I got shows all over the board, so it's not just about the 1A community here.
Yeah, and you know what? I love what you do, and I love how you do it.
Amen.
You do it with honor and dignity, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I try to. I try to be different. I try not to I don't always succeed, but I try to stay away from drama. Again, I do get caught up in it on occasion. I'm human, but I try to stay away from this for the most part. But,
yeah, you should have more subs, honestly.
It is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I'm happy with the subs I got. I mean, I almost have 2,000 in under a year. To me, that's a freaking that's more than I expected.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially for what I'm doing.
Exactly.
So yeah, she's probably just getting up. Oh shoot, how's everything going with your work and all that? You guys still what's cool about Laura also is like when COVID first started happening, she was out there like helping out and helping the homeless out in her area. Just, I mean, she truly, really is a rock star, and she actually does videos. She and her, she goes out and she'll do like travel type videos. You guys should definitely check some stuff out. They're really good videos. She does a good job, and I would highly suggest looking at them and just giving them a look. And especially if you want to do some traveling, maybe she's been to a place that you want to visit. All right, Greg. Thanks for joining for a little bit, bro. Yeah, I had to get out of the poly stream for a little bit. It was just too much going on in there. Just everyone was talking over each other and all that, and I just and I was up, so fuck it. So yeah, so she hasn't been too much travel lately, but yeah, you guys
that was stressful. I don't like that kind of crap.
Well, but at the same time, Josh brought that upon himself. He should have came in there with a little bit more respect for one, and he should have came in with a lot more facts. He should have prepared. I mean, also he wasn't prepared for that. Now here's the thing. Now I know you guys, some of you might disagree with me, but I'm waiting. To me, there's this whole situation with 702, Polly, AFA, Brian. I'm waiting for the other foot to drop. Something doesn't seem right about this with me. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm just waiting for the other foot to drop on this one. I just have this funny feeling about this whole situation. I can't really.
You think they've got something planned before Josh goes in or something like that? If Josh goes in,
I don't know. I don't want to say that, but because there's something. There's just something's not right about the soul. Because first it was, Paul, a few weeks later, now 7 just I don't know. And the fact that it keeps going on the channel, it's like, I don't know. Something doesn't seem right about it. I hope I'm wrong, but I just have this funny feeling. That's all. And I know you guys are probably only alone in thinking that, but I don't know. That's just how I'm.
I know. I mean, you can't trust them as far as you can throw them. So let's put it that way.
That's why I am Like just like whenever everyone's talking about, everyone's all like, "Oh, Josh is going away." Like, oh, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, well,
waiting.
until he goes away, and wait and see what happens. It's but there was a couple of the Josh's cult minions in there causing a few problems in the chat or making disparaging remarks. So that was interesting to watch.
Morgan, I have to say right now, you handled that beautifully. You got in there. You freaking were just like you weren't having none of Josh's shit, and just that's why I love having whenever Morgan's on. I can always just sit back and Morgan was like, "Oh, shut the fuck up, motherfucker!" But how about you go off? Morgan just don't play. Morgan's awesome in that respect. And God, could you believe the fucking bullshit that was coming out of his mouth?
Yeah, she'll tell you if you're an idiot. She'll tell you.
Oh yeah, she got no problem with that. Yeah, you know firsthand.
Yep.
So does Omaha.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, so sorry, I have no time for stupidity. So, and you know, I'll call it as I see it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll admit it. But you know, that's.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to see what happens at the moment. If he goes back on Friday, the thing that I don't get is he's saying he's only going to do 1.5 years with 6 months probation. I can't see that happening. I can't see it happening at all.
What's interesting to me is like they wanted 7 to 10 is what he was saying. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but he said they wanted 7 to 10, but then they would only plea it down to 5 to 7, right? And then somehow
3 to 5.
The judge was it 3 to 5? Okay, and then the judge told him like what 2 to 3, and then because he's got time served, it's going to go down to 1 to 2.
Yeah, I can't see that happening. It doesn't sound right to me.
Makes sense. Because, I mean, because why would they give him time served if what he served time for had nothing to do with the case?
I believe in Massachusetts that I believe in Massachusetts that if you because of the amount of time for the bail revocation, which was actually on this case, that had something to do with it. I don't know. You'd probably have to talk to Jim about it. He knows a bit better. But I believe because the bail revocation that he got when he got arrested at the straight pride party or whatever it was to do with this case. Then he's done 6 months supposedly. But yeah, we just have to wait and see what happens. I'm not quite sure what the fuck's going on here, but he's been given obviously a couple of weeks to put his papers together, or you know arrange for things before he goes in. So that I would know, but whether or not that I can understand. But I'm saying I'm thinking that something's already been some kind of plea deal's already happened. But what it is, we don't know.
Well, obviously there's a plea deal happening because I mean, if they want 7 to 10 and it goes down to 1 to 2, obviously there's something's been going on. There's been some dialogue between his attorneys and the state, and obviously there's some sort of deal that's been made. So you can't deny it. He's, you know, it just
but you got to remember also we're talking about Josh. So Josh is always going to say he's only going to get so and so and such and such and so and so. So you can only take that with a grain of salt as well. So until it actually happens, we're not going to know.
right, absolutely.
I can't see them dropping.
Yeah,
I can't see them dropping a 12-year sentence to 1.5. I just can't see that.
It doesn't make it actually makes sense, especially
unless that's not going to happen. Not unless you roll on somebody.
Maybe there's some credence to the theory that he's an informant. I mean that could explain it, right? I mean that would explain it, wouldn't it?
Well, it would explain why a lot of charges have gone walkies. That's for sure.
Yeah. And you think it might explain his behavior too, because wasn't I think some like mobsters who went on protective duty or whatever, you know, when they were being hid from the mob, they got all kind of cocky and shit too, and they had to be moved a lot from place to place. I don't know. And Josh was the type of person that won't stay quiet anyway.
Hey, Kenny.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think that guy that I was talking about my YouTube channel about the guy that committed suicide. Do you think that he probably could have been in protected custody?
I'd have to really look at all the circumstances and what you're talking about. I mean,
Yeah, because I
I
wonder
just
if
saw
that
saw
whole
your
thing was
post.
fake.
I don't know. I have no idea. It could have been. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
possible. But again, I'll look into it. I'll let you know what I think, and then you do some research on it too, and see what you find out too.
All right. Sounds good.
And we'll compare notes. The 23-year-old who sexually coerced my 12-year-old was facing 60 years. He took the offer plea and did a whole thing. Oh my God, that's horrible, Laura. Oh, geez. 3 years down to 6. And also, you got to think COVID right now. They're probably, maybe that has something to do with why they brokered it down so much because of COVID. They don't want to keep people in so long. I mean, who would really cry if Josh ended up getting COVID anyway, right?
No, not us. But then if he's got that pre-existing condition they say that is going around, that might be a reason.
Yeah, that's true. So it's possible. We'll just have to see when, So apparently the 1st is the day that we're going to find out about all that. Geez, he was out in 1.5. That is freaking horrible, Laura. I'm so sorry to hear that. Fucking please.
Don't think the Alfred plea will actually work here because there's actually a confession, and Josh actually did say that he had been in one of those premises. So according to the deposition that Jalbert put up. So I don't think you can take an Alfred plea on this one.
That's another thing that was killing me. Kate and Jim were just talking about, they're reading straight from the files, right? And he was just talking out his ass, thinking everyone that just because he says it, it's true. He has no paper in front of him. He just says, "This is what I'm telling you. This is it." No, Josh, you're wrong. We have proof right here because we're reading it right in front of you. That wasn't enough for Josh. It's like, really?
Well,
physical proof?
Well, the interesting thing about it is, right, that they found the phones, and it does actually say that any DNA fingerprint evidence is in custody. So that's being said. But the other thing was that that they had the canine unit find those phones. So either they had something of Josh's that it does say the canine unit found those phones at the time or something like that. So whether they got it off Josh's scent or the owner's scent, I don't know. But you've got that kind of forensic. There's that kind of forensic evidence as well that the dog actually found the phones. So I don't know. It depends whose scent they were using to find the phones, I guess.
I'm at Simon. I'm guessing he's on. I saw him. He was on Polly's stream, but that was just turning into a big shouting match. So I just had to leave. I couldn't get a word in edgewise anyway, and he wouldn't. Not like it would have mattered. He wouldn't have answered anyway. And the one question I did ask, he just tried to wrap around it, and he actually tried to. It was almost he gave an Omaha-esque answer. He really did. He gave an Omaha-esque.
But he does every time he's called out and he's wrong and he knows he's wrong. That's what he does. He deflects. He goes around. He tries his word salad and what he calls his verbal kung fu, just to deflect and get off the subject as quickly as possible. That's how he does it, and that's how he's lying. It's because he's deflecting again.
Absolutely. It was just ridiculous. You're just like, oh, no, by the way, Third Amendment, see, it says property. No, it says house. And again, and he's talking about the police. Now, there is an argument that has been brought up in court cases that some people are trying to say that police, could be considered soldiers in the context of the Third Amendment. But,
as they're a paramilitary organization, yeah.
But there's a court case. So it's Henderson, Mitchell versus Henderson City, where the court's rules say no, the municipal police cannot be considered soldiers in the context of the Third Amendment. Because what happened was in this instance, the police wanted to, they came in and said, hey, you need to leave your home because we need this for a tactical advantage point because, we're coming in and commandeering your house. And he was like, no. And they came in and they did it anyway. and he sued him. Which I get it. He's like, fuck, who wants to be thrown out of their house by the police? But they tried to argue it under. I think they wanted a Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment violation. I think they won the Fourth Amendment. They lost the Third Amendment because the police can't be considered soldiers in this in the scope of the Constitution, at least in this case. But it's an interesting case.
And they're not the enemy, so they're not they're not enemy soldiers either. So you might think they are, but that doesn't mean that they are. So, but
Here's the thing, though.
I think they tried to say that because the police are basically regarded as a paramilitary organization, then they can be. I think it went down those lines. I'm not sure, but I remember something vaguely along those lines years ago.
Now, a lot of the Third Amendment cases revolve around prison guards. Whenever prison guards go on strike, the prison hires, replacements. And since prison guards live on land owned by the prison, they live in, housing owned by the prison. If they're on strike and the prison hires guards to replace them for however long they're on strike, they move them in to the housing that they provide. And a lot of people are taking that to case court over Third Amendment violations too. They're actually kind of winning those. So there are modern Third Amendment cases, but unfortunately for Mr. Abrams, that's not one of them.
Not out in the middle of the fucking street.
Me personally, I don't think the Third Amendment applies to anything in the auditing community.
No, it doesn't. It's got nothing to do with the auditing community. And the prison guard thing would be that because they're on strike, they can't be on prison property. So
that's true.
So that's probably why if the houses are owned by the prison, then the prison can legally take back their property, so they can turf them out of the housing because it's basically prison property. So that's probably where that one's going. I don't think it would actually be a Third Amendment violation.
No, but I'm just saying. I don't think it was a violation either. But it's just like it's only like when I was looking it up because I was doing some research on it before I put my video out. I'm like, I want to make sure I have this right because I already knew Josh was full of bullshit. But then I want to look at Third Amendment cases, and it's like, yeah, a lot of them are either have to do with those type of cases or I can't remember the other one, but a lot of them have to do with like prison guards and all that and stuff like of that nature. So there is stuff for how can Morgan know so much about American war? Student of the game, Jeff. Student of the game.
I read.
It's an awesome thing to do, isn't it? Reading is great. Reading is fundamental.
Yeah.
What's the last book? What's the last book you read?
The last book I read is actually on the KKK, believe it or not. Hang on, I think I've got it here. Hang on, just let me find it.
Hey, Comfort Doll, when's your hubby going to join us again for another panel? I really enjoyed talking with him the last time he was here. Tell him he's welcome anytime. Absolutely. Very intelligent lady. What about you, Noli? What's the last book you read?
Oh my goodness, the last book that I read. Oh, I don't want to say, you'll laugh at me.
Oh, no, it's too late now. Go ahead, go.
Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not gonna laugh at you for that. If you're gonna say like the Clifford the Big Red Dog, then I would have laughed at you.
I just listen, okay? I'd never read it before, and I didn't realize that's where the term Uncle Tom came from. And so my old English professor gave it to me and was like, "Here, you got to read it. You have to read this book if you've never read this book." And so I read it.
Okay. What about you? It
made me angry.
Is that a bird?
It's a cat.
Oh, geez. Poor kitty. What about you, Extortion Watchers? What's the last book you read? Was it the back of your Bud Light?
Yeah, actually, I haven't read a fucking chapter book since third grade. I mean, like, literally, actually, I read in college To Kill a Mockingbird.
What'd you think of that one?
That was a good book. That got me into a lot of law stuff. I mean, when I was growing up in college, when I was in college, actually, I really wanted to be a lawyer at one time.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah.
What
But I
made
mean,
you?
I just don't agree with the way they do their practices. You know what I mean?
Well, you could have changed it. You didn't have to be you could have been a prosecutor as opposed to
And I still can be a prosecutor. I could be anything. You know? I mean,
yeah. You're still young, dude. You're still young. You could do whatever. Hell, let's see,
you can do whatever at 40.
Right? You're 24, right?
I'm 25.
All right, in 10 years, you could be president.
Yeah.
You can get your law degree in the meantime.
You don't need a law degree to be president.
No, I'm just saying if you wanted to do law, you could do this law degree at the same time.
Yeah, a lot of presidents are lawyers, so that'd be a good thing to do.
Exactly.
Okay. My last book was A Shadow History of the United States, Volume 1, Ku Klux Klan, America's First Terrorists Exposed, The Rebirth of Society of Blood and Death.
You know where the Ku Klux Klan was founded, right?
In the South. It was originally, if I believe originally, it was actually, it was like what we have here as legacy. It was actually made as to support the widows of fallen soldiers. But I believe it was Atlanta, Georgia, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure you're right, but then like when they refounded, it was in Pulaski. I want to say Mississippi or Kentucky. Let me see. I know it's Pulaski something, and it was Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Yeah. I remember Bedford Forrest. Yeah. Sorry. That was the rebirth in the early 1900s. Sorry.
Yeah, Pulaski in Arkansas.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking of when they had one of their three rebirths, which was 1915.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, absolutely.
So that was Atlanta. That was in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, sorry, it's a bit late, and I need to have din-dins myself. So, and the cat's yelling and screaming behind me, saying, "Feed me, feed me, feed me."
See, the last book I read is Benjamin Franklin: An American Life. Pretty good book, actually.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah,
it's pretty good. A lot of stuff.
So I'm interested in all kinds of weird and wonderful things. So I don't read a lot of fiction. I basically read non-fiction. So
I read both. What I'll do is I'll have one like good non-fiction book that I'm reading, but then when I get tired of reading that, I'll go to a fiction book just to take my mind off of it, to unwind a little bit.
Yeah, and I watch cat videos.
Hey, cat videos are awesome. I do like cat videos. They're always hella funny.
Yeah, there's some good cat videos. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you, and go and get some dinner, and go and get the cat some dinner, and otherwise I'm going to get clawed to death. So, but I think you're quite right. I think there's something strange going on, but we'll have to wait and find out what happens.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong, but I just have the sneaking sensation, which is why I usually don't go in the chat. But then I saw like in the Masscore Discord that Josh was there. I was like, oh well, let me go look, and then I was sitting in there, and I was trying to get in for a while, but it was so full that I got in. I'm like, I just got pissed off.
Massal's wife, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
What's up, Masshole's wife? How are you today? I haven't seen you in here in a long time. I just finished Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee by D. Brown. Ooh, is it pretty good, Simon? Nice. I usually have a couple books I'm reading, but currently I'm reading Burnt House, a detective mystery, and I'm rereading, and I don't want to read this life about it. Nice. Yeah. So, all right, now, all right. So you haven't really read since you've been in school, right? Extortion Watchers. You're saying? I think we lost him. I think he's drunk.
No,
He's been
okay.
drinking too much.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure why Massal's wife wanted me to say that, but
I can hear you now.
yeah.
Okay.
So all right. So do you ever remember reading Of Mice and Men?
What's that?
It's a book, Of Mice and Men.
Oh no, I never read that.
You didn't have to read it in school. Lucky. We had to read it in school.
No, I never read that.
Yeah, we had to read it. I think it was fifth grade or sixth grade. I had to read it in school, like once a month or whatever. We had this big class reading, and we went through a bunch of books. We did Of Mice and Men. We did Othello. We did
Othello, The Grapes of Wrath,
Grapes of Wrath.
uh,
There's another one.
To Kill a Mockingbird as well. What else did we? What else we have? Othello.
Hey, Kenny.
Macbeth.
Yeah. Was it Extortion Watchers?
The last book I remember reading was about in third grade. It was about like some kid ate his brother's turtle or something, and yeah, it ended up dying or something in the end of the book. And that's the last book I've read. Really, I mean, like chapter book.
Man, you should really start getting out there and reading some books, man. You should like do some like history books because history is you're a smart dude, so it would be good to I don't know, I don't know. History is awesome, man. You know,
Yeah, I feel like I'd be smarter if I actually read books. I mean,
well, not just read them, you have to retain them. We know Josh read the Constitution every day he was in prison. He didn't retain it though, so you have to make sure you retain some of what you read.
The thing is, reading and understanding are two different things.
Absolutely.
So you can read it. So you can read it, but you need to understand it, and you need to understand the concept of how it's applied. And that's what these guys don't understand. They don't understand how it's applied. They don't understand how the law is applied.
exactly. That's why I messaged you, Kenny. Today, I messaged you that I'm no longer a part of the auditing community. I don't want to be a part of the auditing community. It's all about a bunch of drama. It's entertainment. It's not about the movement anymore. You know, I don't want to be a part of that shit.
Okay, so then like are you still gonna do what you're doing, or are you converting your channel?
Yeah. I'm still doing it, but I mean, like, I'm not all about publicity or anything like that.
Okay, so you just don't want to be associated with the movie. You still want to film and fight for, you still want to do what you do normally, but you just don't want to be associated with the bullshit.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's just too much, I mean, I work too much, and I don't have time to deal with this shit.
Yeah. So does that mean you're not going to be going out with other people doing what you do?
I'm not going out with anybody.
We got to audit the squirrels together, man. Come on, once we got to audit squirrels at least once.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, audit squirrels.
And then we'll have like a live cast. Well, like me and you will be doing it, and then we'll have Morgan go out and audit whatever they have out there. Maybe she could audit the rabbits or something, and we can have like we'll have it on like a panel, and all of us will be doing it. Yeah, we'll just like do it all that, and everyone can figure out who they want to watch at one time. Man, we'll freaking rock it out.
Amen.
Could be a lot of fun.
It would.
Oh, Morgan, you missed it. The other day, unfortunately, you won't be able to see the stream. I had Jimmy and who was it? Jeff? Was it Jeff something or Jeff Parker? I think. Anyway, he was on, and we had a really good talk about Australia. We were just, they were just telling me all kinds of stuff about it. Fortunately, it got took down because Jimmy decided to tell me to play a video clip that got my channel, that got the video blocked. I'm like, God damn it. 5 hours. We were on for 5 fucking hours. And YouTube just said, nope, done, gone.
What was the clip?
It was like a 2-minute clip. It was on, it was just a comedian he said, play this one. You'll understand all about Australians with this clip.
Oh, okay. So it could have been anything. Was it? It wasn't. What's it? Fuck. What's his name? Was it Peter?
I don't remember who it was.
Oh,
I don't remember, but
what did the character look like?
no, it was just it was a comedian.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. What was the character? Oh, it was just a comedian. Oh, okay. Well, ostentatious.
I'm not sure. Hold on, it's probably in my history. No, it wouldn't be in my history. I'm not going to play it again.
Okay,
But I'll
right.
tell you. I'll tell you some other. I'll look it up later and I'll let you know.
Oh, it's okay. I'll ask Jimmy.
Yeah,
I'll ask
there you
Jimmy. Messal's wife. No, it's okay. It was all right. I was wondering what the. I didn't understand what it was, so that's why I was asking what it was about, because I wasn't. She's somebody who, of course, I don't see. So I was just wondering what it was about. Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you for clarifying it. That's all.
The last book I had, The Origins of Everyday Things. I ate with a glass of wine. It was filling. Nice. Was it really informative, Desert Sentinel? Got to be a lot more informative than anything Josh says, right? Right. Oh, there we go. Jeff. Yeah, Jeff was in there. It was Carl Barone, the comedian.
Oh,
That's what it was.
Carl Barron. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Maxwell's wife, why don't you come on up here? You never come up here anymore. Come on up. Yeah, Jeff's. Yeah, me and yesterday we had a big old conversation on Australia. You guys were telling me all about the freaking snakes you guys have there, all the killer ass snakes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you guys have like seven of the top 10 poisonous snakes in the world, I think, in Australia or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Just it's basically to keep you bastards out. That's all. and things that bite in the ocean and other things, creepy crawlies and all kinds of wonderful things. I think we've got 92% of all the poisonous creepy crawlies in the world and dangerous things.
Sasquatch, after reading that book, did your opinion change on Bigfoot? Did you believe in Bigfoot before and maybe you don't now, or did you not believe in it so much and now you do? Or what how did the book shape your thinking on Bigfoot? That sounds like an interesting book, Recasting Bigfoot. Oh, for instance, the earliest reports of Bigfoot was four-toed. That's interesting.
Webbed?
The earliest reports of Bigfoot were all four-toed.
Interesting.
Know that either. Oh, she's crunching on cereal. Okay. I read the dictionary. Every book in the world is in the dictionary. Well, Taze is ahead of the curve. Bigfoot is a shapeshifter. Here we go. Let's see. Let's take a poll. Who here in the chat believes in Bigfoot? What about you? Please. What about Social Walkers? Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah.
You
I
do?
believe it. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Morgie?
Oh, we have a thing called the bunyip, which is basically your version of it. He's we've got the bunyip. I think there's probably something to the legend, but what it is, I don't know.
Okay. I honestly think that if Bigfoot was around, I honestly think we'd have found a dead Bigfoot by now. That's why I just don't buy it. I think we would have found a dead one by now.
Oh, you'd find something in a cave somewhere, some kind of.
Well, I've seen video evidence of Bigfoot. I've seen video evidence. I know he's real. I know Bigfoot out.
The one where he's wearing the wristwatch.
Well, go on YouTube, look up Bigfoot. You can see clearly videos of Bigfoot. I know there's like some people who would stage that stuff, but there's some situations that aren't.
Yeah, so Comfort Dog's right in there. She just believes there's a possibility of Bigfoot. Simon is skeptical. Maxwell's wife thinks Bigfoot is real. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen the size of Brian's feet, so there you go. Sorry, it's a yowie, not a bunyip. Thank you, South Jersey Sasquatch. You're quite correct. It's a yowie, not a bunyip.
And Kate, yes, deers are real, and yes, I have found a dead deer. So, yes.
Hey, Kenny, you don't have to see something to believe it's real, you know?
Oh no, I get it, but I understand that way of thinking. But when I look at Bigfoot, as big as Bigfoot is, we would have some sort of skeletal remains, maybe even fossils, to prove that Bigfoot. I mean, take the megalodon for example. A lot of people are thinking the megalodon is still, around, but we can prove that the megalodon did exist because a fossil record. That there's no record whatsoever except grainy video footage of Bigfoot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, we've got a thing called I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Tasmanian tiger.
Yes.
It's supposed to have disappeared in the early 1900s, but they still say that they right up in the wilds of Tasmania, which are pretty bloody hard to get to. There's still the odd sighting of one, but nobody's ever actually proved it. But they seem to think that there's there may be a few of them still floating around up there.
Yeah, see, and I get that. Like, I get that there are species that are believed to be extinct, and then they're being rediscovered all the time. So I guess with that argument, it could be, you could argue that maybe Bigfoot does exist. But my argument to you would be like, well, okay, but at the same time, there was at one point proof that those animals did exist. There is no proof whatsoever that Bigfoot existed at any time in history. None. There's no fossil record.
Well, the closest you would probably come is the Neanderthal. So
absolutely. Now, I don't know. What do you think the possibility of a Neanderthal surviving and maybe being thought of as a Bigfoot at one point? And what do you think the odds are on that? A Bigfoot being a Neanderthal that somehow survived.
If he, I don't know. He would have had to have evolved somehow, and of course he would have had to have mated. So there would have had to be two of them. So I find it very unusual. There's some kind of reason behind it. It's probably some kind of I don't know, deformed bear or something of that nature. Because in a lot of the places, somehow I don't think it's a deformed kangaroo as far as our yowie is concerned, but we don't have bears that big. But if you look at a lot of the places, Canada, the US, the Himalayas, they've all got large bears. So you kind of think that it could be some kind of mutated bear. I don't know. I'm just throwing a hypothetical out there. If you look at what supposed evidence there is.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think there could be some. What about Loch Ness monster? What is the possibility of that? What do you think?
Well, there's been sightings of giant sturgeons in lakes that people have mistaken for that kind of thing.
That's true.
So I'm not sure. I don't know where you would go on that. I think a Plesiosaurus would be rather hard to miss. And I don't think I don't know how many landlocked lakes there are that would be able to actually hold one. If you could find them, I mean, you may find one. If it does exist, I would say it would probably be up in the northern hemisphere somewhere. I doubt it'd be anything lower. If it's in Scottish lochs, then it's probably in cold water. So so it'd probably be more likely to be somewhere Greenland, Iceland,
right.
Antarctica. I don't know. It'd be probably somewhere like that. If it does, if there are any still in existence.
Hey Kenny.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just gonna let you know that I'm gonna jump off. I gotta get some rest for work tomorrow. So,
All right, man. Well, rest well.
all right, have a good one.
You too.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Loch Ness monster. I think there's definitely something. There's got to be something in there that people are mistaking for. But like you're
Yes.
saying, the dinosaur, I don't. I'm not buying that. But it's got to be. It's got to be something. And to
Giant
me,
sturgeon or something like that, yeah. But there's also probably a large amount of scotch involved in that. But,
right. Iogenous monster is real. I saw it on an episode of the Goodies in the 70s. The Goodies? That was it? The Goodies?
the goodies. Yeah, it's a very, very funny a British comedy show, and yes, they did do Nessie. That it was very. I remember that it was quite hysterical. It's
Emo.
yeah. If you've got a chance, Kenny, look up the goodies on YouTube, and I'm not sure whether you'll get the humour. It's very British, but it's fun. It's very funny, and if you do look it up, look up the funky gibbon while you're at it.
I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to British humor. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. It just really depends.
The goodies are all fairly vaudevillian as well, so there's a lot of pratfalls sort of thing. If you like Benny Hill, you'll like the goodies.
I did like Monty Python. I thought those were freaking fantastic.
They've got it's kind of actually the goodies went to university with the Python crew, and in fact you'll actually see some of the goodies in some of the Python movies.
Yes, absolutely, Comfort Dog. That is true. Some of these so-called creatures are based off of people that are come with genetic things like werewolf or skinwalkers. People think that the people with that genetic disease that they have hair all over their place, that comes from that. And then what is it? One that they can't be out in the light, and they like, what is that one? Pomorphia or something like that, or like I can't remember the name of it. But there's a disease where they can't be out in the light. So yeah, there's a lot of weird.
Where the Dracula legends come out from, yeah.
So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that comes out with that. So Comfort Dog, very good point. The young ones, I don't remember the young ones. That must be British too. Is that British too?
Yes.
Okay. The Loch Ness monster was Josh swimming.
No, the Loch Ness monster has a bigger penis.
And did you love one thing I want to say back to when they were talking about they brought the porn video? You notice Josh never denied it was him. He kept deflecting. He never denied it was him.
No, it was out. It's out there. Everybody knows about it. Photophobia is what you were thinking of. The light sensitivity, photophobia. But it was out there. It was on, and everybody knew it. If you ever want to see it, it's on our Discord. It's on the Mass Discord.
I looked at it and I looked for like 5 seconds and that was it. I couldn't do it.
It makes you want to throw up, doesn't it?
Couldn't even do it. Come on, someone should come up and talk weird shit with us. We're just shooting the shit because we're all up and we're just having some fun here. Yeah, some characters, vampires came from royal inbreeding. Yeah. Oh, a lot of people don't. A lot of the royal inbreeding also came. Like I was hearing something like, who was it? Ramses II had a cleft lip from all the inbreeding his family did.
And hemophilia was also another one that went through runs through royal families as well.
Yes. It's all the inbreeding because they feel, we have to keep it royal, and yeah, it doesn't work very well for them.
Well, when you think that the if you remember during the First World War that or even before that, Victoria's the King of Germany was one of Queen Victoria's cousins or something like that. That was part of the crew. So there was Albert, plus there was Prince Albert. There was King Frederick, was it King Frederick? But they were all related, you know. So Germany and Britain were at war with each other, and the royal family were cousins. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, Masshole's wife, are you coming up? You said after you eat. I know you can't be eating now, unless you left.
Yeah.
That you said no. You should come on up too.
Yeah, I said I was going to go 30 minutes ago, and I'm going to have to go now. So I'm sorry. So somebody come up here and talk to Kenny. Otherwise, Kenny's going to get very, very lonely unless Kenny wants to go to bed.
If no one comes up, I probably will end up going to bed, but we'll see. We'll give him a chance.
George I was from Germany. Yeah. Well, yeah, George. Yeah, the George 2, 3, and 4 were all from the German. That's correct. Elizabeth and Philip were second or fourth cousins or something like that. But yeah, it just shows how close. But they're all related. All the European royals are related one way or the other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all of them. It doesn't matter what country, France, Germany, whatever royals. They're all related. They keep it all related.
Yeah, they're all related.
Which is a lot of mental illness comes from a lot of inbreeding too. Like the Mad King. What was his name? Which one was he? The Mad King.
That was George III.
Oh yeah.
George III was the because George IV had to wait 60 years before he could take the throne because his father was still alive, but he was a raving loony. And George IV actually designed Buckingham Palace.
Oh wow!
He was quite an architect. He designed Buckingham Palace.
Oh wow, pretty cool.
Useless information, but there you go. Go feed the drop bears.
Well, there we go. What's everyone's favorite vampire movie? There's so many vampire movies out there.
The madness one that you were talking about as well was also the background for a large amount of the Jack the Rippers because of they thought Prince Albert was Prince Albert.
They thought he was Jack the Ripper.
That's right. So that's he was. So the background for that was also Jack the Ripper.
I remember hearing about that. Oh yeah, George III. He had porphyria. That's the one that was you can't go out in the light, right? I believe, Simon. I think that's right. My favorite vampire movie has got to be From Dusk Till Dawn. That was just freaking fantastic.
I like Interview with a Vampire.
That was good too, but Dusk Till Dawn was just funny, and it had Salma Hayek in it. And I'm sorry, you can't beat a movie with Salma Hayek in it.
So auditors are a result of inbreeding. Problem is they have no royalty in them.
Bram Stoker's Dracula, that was a good one too. Absolutely.
Yeah. The original Dracula, yeah.
Her vampire is Anne Rice's Lestat, but I didn't care for the movies much. No, you didn't like Tom Cruise's interpretation of Lestat, Comfort Doll. Speaking of Tom Cruise, the worst Tom Cruise movie I've ever seen was that movie he did based off of what was it? Valkyrie. I thought that was such a horrible movie.
Yeah, no, the original Valkyrie is a lot better than that. It had its moments, but I have a real thing when you're doing historic dramas about American accents instead of proper German accents and stuff like that. That kind of annoys me a little bit.
Pisses me off. Tom Cruise had an American accent. He was the leader of this revolution, right? All of his cronies had English accents. German officers had English accents. The only person that didn't have an English accent besides Tom Cruise was Hitler. He was the only one that sounded German. Ridiculous.
Actually, I have to admit, one of my favorite. Have you ever seen the movie Downfall? Dustfall and Downfall are probably my two favorite historically based movies, and both of them are German. So it just, but if you're going to do those kind of things, at least get the accents right. It's something that annoys me. It's something that annoyed me. I mean, I love the Jodie Foster movies as well, but when they did Elysium, they fucked around with her accent. And I believe she does it very good. She speaks French fluently, and if you watch it very carefully, you'll notice that her voice doesn't sync. Somebody else put in the accent, or they mucked around with the accent, and you'll notice that the words don't sync with the actual mouth, and it's a bit it's a bit of a shame.
Well, Comfort Doll again. She's talking about Sot should have been tall, blonde, and French. Now this is Tom Cruise. We're getting playing people now. He also played Jack Reacher, and if you've ever read any of the Jack Reacher books, Tom Cruise at 5'6" is not Jack Reacher. Jack Reacher is 6'4", like 250 pounds. He's a fucking big dude, and fucking Tom Cruise for him. Now, Tom Cruise he's completely a sociopath. Jack Reacher's a sociopath, so that worked out fine. And they did all these shots to make him look bigger, to make him look like he was 6'4". But we all know Tom Cruise is fucking not 6'4". I don't care how you look at it. So so when Tom Cruise, he doesn't act. He's Tom Cruise in every movie. No, I take that back. The one movie you ever seen? Best Tom Cruise role for me was when he was in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that's probably the best. Yeah,
that's the best Tom Cruise role. Yeah. I didn't even know it was Tom Cruise until I saw the credits. I was like, "Holy shit, that was Tom Cruise!"
Yeah, no, it looked like he was actually having fun on that because he was swearing his head off and just having a lot of fun with that. I think so. I think that probably made it a lot better.
I actually liked The Last Samurai. The Last Samurai was a good flick. Yeah, Laura, we're still up. I can't sleep right now, so I'm just up. You should come up and join. We're just talking whatever. We're talking movies now. We're talking Tom Cruise. How he doesn't act. He just is Tom Cruise in all his movies. He has that look. Oh, another good movie of his was Night and Day. That was pretty good with Cameron.
Diaz?
No, it was. I'm sorry. Chick was in Charlie's Angels.
That was Cameron Diaz, wasn't it? Yeah.
Maybe it was. I'm trying to think. She was in something about Mary too. Cameron Diaz doesn't sound right though. Who was that? What was her name? Charlie's Angels. She was in. I can't remember. I guess it's escaping me, but I think it's Cameron something. Cameron Diaz. Not getting a face with that name. Is she blonde? I don't think that's her. Frank Langella as Dracula was sexy. Who was that? I don't know. I just can't remember.
Which Charlie?
No,
is
not
Charlie's?
Charlie's Angels. She was the blonde with the short hair.
Which one? The one in 2019, the remake, or the original with Drew Barrymore?
With Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
See, Cliff just said, "Yep, Diaz," but I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me. But I could be wrong.
I could be wrong. I haven't seen it, so I can't. I mean, I saw it. Yeah.
Well, other people are thinking Cameron Diaz too. So.
It didn't do a lot for me. So, the only Cameron I know is Cameron Diaz, but I'm not a.
Maybe it is something. Oh. Yeah, it is Cameron Diaz. Absolutely right.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, it is Cameron Diaz. There we go. Okay, I was absolutely wrong. The original, yeah, Charlie's Angel was it was a TV show back in the '60s, and it had I don't remember who's in it.
It was God, what's her name? There was models. It was she passed away not too long ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were talking about Charlie's Angels, but we figured out it was Cameron Diaz. You guys were right. I was wrong. It didn't sound familiar, but nah, when I saw it, it did. Okay. But yeah, she was in Night and Day. Farrah. Oh yeah, Farrah's in Farrah, and Kate Jackson.
Yeah, Kate Jackson. That's it. It was
Dame Diana Rigg.
Farrah Fawcett. That's what I was thinking of. Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett was in the original one, and then I think Cheryl Ladd took over from her later.
Okay. I wonder if they'll ever do another. Jacqueline Smith. Yeah, there's another one. Thank you, Cover Girl.
Yeah, Jacqueline Smith. Yeah.
I wonder if they'll ever remake the series. If they did, they probably ruin it, wouldn't they? They would ruin it. They always ruin shit when they try to remake it.
Yeah, they always ruin shit. Although they did do a good job of the Addams Family.
I wouldn't mind if they remade the Munsters. That was a great show back in the day.
Yeah, Munsters was good. I enjoyed that. At least there's some good movies of the Munsters around.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Addams Family movies just weren't all that great. Though, to be fair, they got a great person to play Gomez. He was freaking perfect.
Yes. And Lurch was a little bit of a letdown. Thing was good, and so was Cousinette. And actually, I have to admit, Angela.
Yeah, she was great as Morticia.
Yeah, as Morticia, she just fucking nailed it, and Christina Ricci as well as Wednesday.
Oh my God, so good.
And whoever played Uncle Fester was also exceptionally good. There was a very good cast. It really was a good cast for a remake of something that classic. It was very, very good.
Oh, so Dame Diana Rigg was in the Avengers. That was also British. That was a British show too.
That was a very good. She was also the only Bond girl who ever married James Bond.
Who was Diana Rigg in Game of Thrones?
Some matriarch, I believe. I've never seen it, so I can't tell.
Oh my God, Morgie, you need to watch Game of Thrones. You will want to binge watch it. I'm telling you, it is that good.
Okay.
And it's over, so you don't got to wait for a new season. You could just binge watch the whole freaking series. It is so good.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it. So she was some sort of matriarch.
Okay.
But Diana Rigg was the only person to ever marry James Bond as well. So there you go. And she married the Australian James Bond.
Yeah, who was the best Bond?
I'm biased. I've always liked Moore.
Okay. I like Connery. I thought Connery was great. And actually, I know he's newer, but I think Daniel Craig did a good job.
Daniel Craig does a good job as well. The only reason I like Roger Moore was because he was a little slightly more the way the author actually wrote him. So a bit more debonair, where Connery could be a little bit thuggery, a bit more of a thug. And the interesting thing about it is that you don't actually realize the whole background. If you've never read the books, then you don't understand, and you don't understand. You've only ever seen the movies. You don't understand the background of James Bond until you see Daniel Craig. And then Daniel Craig that fills in the gaps where he became an orphan and how he ended up in the Royal Navy and all that, and eventually with MI5. So it's not until you actually see the Daniel Craig versions of James Bond you actually understand the full background of it. So,
yeah, I remember hearing this story that they wanted to get what's his face, Idris Elba to play Bond. I thought he would have made a good Bond, but people are all mad about it. It's like, well, Bond's not black. Why are you going to do that? It's like, come on. I mean, everything aside, Idris Elba is a fantastic actor. He's a handsome dude. I mean, freaking girls like the guy, and he's debonair as fuck. He would have made a great Bond if they would have let him do it.
Yeah, I think you've got to kind of remember the what the actual series was about as well, when it was written, how it was written, and all that kind of crap. So it kind of, but yeah, I think now he would make an absolutely fantastic Bond.
Or Denzel. Denzel would make a good Bond too.
No,
You don't think so? Why not?
No, you can't. You can't really have an American doing Bond. It doesn't work. It's got to be. They've got to be British. They've literally got to be Commonwealth.
What if they talk in a what if he talked in a British accent? Would that work?
No, because it's the problem. The problem with American actors for those kind of roles is they are too thuggish. They're not. They don't have. They don't have that je ne sais quoi. Shall we say?
I see what you're saying. Okay.
If you understand what I mean, there's a sort of je ne sais quoi that they have, that the British have, that the Americans don't have. And it's and I think that, that's, I'm not putting the Americans down. I just don't think it's a role for an American, because they don't have that. They're a little bit too cowboyish compared to, shall we say, debonair.
Someone was saying they were going to make a female Bond. I didn't hear about that, but I think that would be interesting if they did it that way. They have to get someone like, who could they get? If they made a female Bond, who would you cast as a female Bond, Norgie?
Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to think here. Female Bond, who would I get to cast as a female Bond?
Kate Blanchett, I think, would be good.
God, yes, you are absolutely correct. Yes, she'd be great. That'll be a good one. Or
no, Sean Connery is Scottish. I do not understand that, but he is under the UK, so he still has that, shall we say, debonair sort of.
Uma Thurman wouldn't be so bad either. I don't think she'd be bad. I was thinking, or Kate Blanchett, or Nicole Kidman probably wouldn't be too bad either.
Who?
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman? Kate Winslet? Or
Kate Winslet. She's kind of young, though.
Or what's her face from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh shit, Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley, yeah. I think she'd be good too.
Beckinsale, yes, for sure. Kate Beckinsale, she'd be a great female James Bond.
Okay.
For real, she'd be great. Uma Thurman, I don't know, and I was thinking maybe the chick from Underworld, but I think she'd play it too dark. That's Kate Beckinsale, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think she'd play it pretty dark, but she's sexy and she's got the accent. She was really good in the Total Recall Me remake. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, Meghan Markle doesn't have it, Taze. Sorry, she's missing something.
All right, that's it, guys. I know it. We're gonna get Taze to play the new Bond. That's it, hands down. Right, we gotta win.
Okay, Taze, you are now the new Bond.
Taze, you took a vote. All in favor, say here. Taze is a new Bond here.
Comfort Doll doesn't think Knightley would be believable. She could be correct, but
she's too young too. Maybe like 10 to 15 years. There's talk of Lashana Lynch to be the female Bond. Oh, I never even heard of her. Taze said I could swing it. I could swing it.
We don't want to take you away from your day job, Taze.
I never heard of Lashana Lynch. What is she from, Laura?
Sorry, I don't know who she is.
I never heard of her either. But apparently they talk about her to be Bond. So did they eventually cast a new Bond? Is there someone new? Because Daniel Craig did this last one, didn't he?
There's a few in the mix, I believe. So we'll be interested to see what happens.
If you didn't have such an issue, if you didn't have such an issue with Americans, I'd suggest Jake Gyllenhaal. He'd probably be a good Bond, but you don't like Americans.
No, I don't think so. Who
No,
would
no. See, hot tow truck girl will be your Bond girl, Taze. She'll be your Bond girl.
Oh God, I think we've created a monster.
No.
Tase 007, license to tase. Auditors.
You know who would have been really good about 15, no, more than that, about 20 years ago? James Earl Jones. Forget if he's American or not. He would have been a fucking great.
Yeah, I think he would have made a great villain too. He'd make a great Bond villain.
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That would be great. Or you know what, just to put in some comedy appeal, why not get what's his face? He was in he was Ash in the Evil Dead. What was his name? Oh shit, what was his name?
Samuel. Could you imagine a trio of like James L. Jones, Samuel L. Jackson, and Morgan Freeman?
Oh my goodness.
Playing a trio of bad guys for James Bond.
Oh, Bruce Campbell. That's what I was thinking of. Bruce Campbell. I think he'd do all right. Oh yeah, that would be a hell of a that would be a hell of a. They need to do something like that together.
Yeah, or even Lawrence Fishburne and that mob. That would be interesting.
Oh, Lawrence Fishburne would have made a great Bond villain too.
Yeah. Comfort Dog just mentioned his name. That was the other person I was thinking of.
Yeah, he was great. Othello was a great movie too. Did you guys ever see the modern remake they made, O, with Mekhi Phifer and Julia Stiles? Pretty good. If you haven't seen it, it's a good one. Back in the day, Harrison Ford just give Bond a whip.
Yeah, see, he's great as Indiana Jones, but he's not James Bond material.
Kevin Costner would have ruined the Bond franchise if he would have made Bond, because he would have killed it. He's not. No, he wouldn't be believable as Bond. I don't think so.
Yeah, he's no.
Oh, Simon. See, Simon, I would agree with you, but I think he'd be better cast as a villain, because I think because he'd be. No, you know what? Actually, I don't know, because he actually has a background in Shakespearean work, so he might be able to pull it off.
Who, Fishburne?
Sam Jackson, yeah, he has a background in.
Samuel Jackson does, yeah.
What about
that guy? He is so fucking tall. That guy's got to be about 6'8". He is so fucking tall. I met him. I met him once, and I couldn't get over how tall this guy was. He's really quite. Gee.
Which Indiana Jones did you watch, Laura? As long as it wasn't Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, you're good. Because that was they killed the series with that one. I don't care what anyone says. I haven't met one person that actually liked that movie. Yeah, to John Wayne, absolutely. Oh, there we go. What about John Wayne? Would he made a good Bond?
No, God, no.
No, not at all. Oh, wait, what about dude, what's his name? Jeff Daniels.
No, I think the only person who's really got that, who would an American who would kind of get away with it, would be Depp. He's got that kind of je ne sais quoi. Whether or not Johnny Depp, whether or not he could play that kind of role, I'm not sure. But I mean, I saw him play. I saw him play Holmes in one of the Ripper things. I mean, he wasn't bad in that, and at least he can get the accent right, which is another thing. But he can play an Englishman quite well.
Clooney would be a good Bond. He's debonair. He can play the debonair part pretty well.
No, he's not. He doesn't have it either. He's.
Think so? I think he would be good as a Bond. He's got that debonair kind of quality about him.
Well, an American version of James Bond, yeah, but not a British version of James Bond.
Horrible Batman, but I think he might be able to take Bond. Oh, Morgan Freeman would be a good M. There we go. Rowan Atkinson for the new Bond. Oh God, no.
He's already had a shot at that.
Yeah, he did. Fuck it, just make Mike Myers the new Bond. Just make it Austin Powers,
Yeah.
like Bond's little cousin or something. What about the guy playing? Oh yeah,
We can get Josh to play. What's Big
Josh
Bastard? Or what's the name?
Fat
The
Bastard.
big Scottish Fat Bastard. Yeah, we'll get Josh to play Fat Bastard. A combination of Brian and Josh can be Fat Bastard.
He's Ellen's stunt double. He's already Ellen's stunt double. Of course, it has to be a really wide shot.
Yeah, no, I can see. Yeah. Josh gets out of jail, he'll be Fat Bastard. They'll end up looking like Brian.
What do you think? You think he'll gain weight in jail, or you think he'll lose weight in jail? What do you think?
I think he'll gain weight.
Think so?
Mm.
How long do you think he'll actually end up doing?
I think he's going to be looking at least 6 to 7. I don't think he's going to be doing one and a half.
We'll see. I wouldn't leave my husband for who? Rowan Atkinson? Oh, okay. I don't think many females would. I don't know. Maybe. Some girls like Rowan Atkinson. I don't know. Oh, I wouldn't get him to play a Bond villain. I get Kiefer Sutherland to do that. I think he'd make a good Bond villain. Kiefer would do a good villain.
Good Bond villains. Who would be good Bond villains? That would actually make a good Bond villain as well. Who would make a good Bond villain?
Jet Li.
Yeah.
Jet Li would make a good Bond villain. Nicolas Cage, come on. He'd make a good. He could make one. He could be one of the classic type Bond villains.
Yeah, that's true. He could make a good Bond villain.
Volta too, for that matter. Both of them.
Jude Law could probably be a good one.
Oh yeah, Jude Law would be a good one. That's a good point.
Fines would be absolutely brilliant.
Yes, absolutely.
Fines would be. Well, no, hang on. He's a new M. He's already in there. He's a new M.
I think Comfort Doll's a big Nicolas Cage fan.
Yeah, no. Fines is a new M, so he's already in there. So we can't. Maybe he will become a villain. Who knows? But yes, Rowan Atkinson will always be Blackadder.
Yeah. I haven't seen Mr. Bean. I know Mr. Bean. I don't know about Blackadder though. Oh, you know who would have make a good Bond villain too? Leslie Nielsen. I think he's dead now, but
Leslie Nielsen. Didn't he have a go?
He make a Bond villain or make him a Batman villain. Just make up a new villain for either one of them for Leslie Nielsen. Just let him go for it. Hilarious. Oh, Tom Hardy for Bond villain. Oh yeah, absolutely Sasquatch. Yeah, which Fiennes are you talking about?
Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph.
The guy who also does who plays Voldemort.
Voldemort. That was who was that?
That's Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes? Oh, okay. Oh, you know who else would be good as Bond villain? The guy that played Sirius Black. What's his name? Life of me. Jeremy Irons would be a good Bond villain. Yeah, Jeremy Irons would.
Gary Oldman, yeah.
Gary Oldman. There we go. Thank you. Yes, Gary Oldman. Yeah, he make a good Bond villain. All right, so now let's cast a new Batman. Just fuck Ben Affleck. He's not Batman. I think they ended up getting Jake Gyllenhaal, didn't they?
I don't. Yeah, Gyllenhaal and Bale, I can't see as
Batman. They all did an alright job.
I can't see him as Bond though.
No. Now, which Spider-Man have you seen? How many Spider-Man movies have you seen? Not too many.
No.
Okay. Like
They're not my thing. I'm not really into Marvel.
All right.
Marvel.
All right, Laura. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a good day. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, like I said, it's almost 7 o'clock. I've got to go and get something to eat. So I am sorry. At this time, I am bailing on you guys. I do apologise. Somebody come up here and keep Kenny company, please. He's and then you can all talk about movies and stuff like that. So
Shaq is the villain.
Yeah, sorry guys, I do have to go. So thank you for having me, Kenny. Thank you, chat. It's been lovely. Hope you get some sleep at some stage. But I do have to go. So I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, so all right, later, Laura. They cast the Elder Vampire guys Batman. Oh, did they? Okay. But I don't know. I didn't watch any of those stupid ass Twilight movies. I didn't like them. I tried to watch like the first one, couldn't get past it. I was like, no, just something about vampires that glow in the dark. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Vampires that glow in the dark and sparkle. just couldn't do it. I was dating this like back in the day. I was dating this girl, and she wanted me to buy her. Now this is before they did the Twilight movies. She was like, "Oh, you gotta buy me the whole Twilight saga." I'm like, "Oh, why?" I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So I went out and I bought it for her, and I'm like, "Okay." And then I found out about the movies. It's like, "Oh my god, this is what she wanted!" Like, god damn it! Like it's a teenage thing. She wasn't a teenager either. That's what sucked. She just was into that UA crap. It was just like, god, horrible. True Blood was good. Yeah, you didn't miss much not getting into Twilight Comfort Doll. Just couldn't do it. Sparkly vampires. Donald Trump will be an excellent Bond villain. Oh my god, he would. What about Josh Abrams? Would Josh Abrams be a good Bond villain? What do you guys think? Josh Abrams for a Bond villain. What do you think? Exactly. Twilight was garbage, pure garbage, unless you're a teenage girl, right? That's the only reason you would have liked it if you were a teenage girl at the time. But True Blood was a great series. But we want Bond to win, Jeff. Trump would drive him mad. He would. Oh, God. You can't do this. I'm going to win tremendously. And it's going to be fantastic. And we're going to make Mexico pay for it all. Oh, God. Pelosi for villain. Oh, God. Yes. Pelosi for a villain. That would be funny as hell. With a special appearance by Mitch McConnell. Donald Trump will make an excellent tree stump. That's true. If Twitter exists in the Bond universe, that is, that's how Bond will figure out what he's doing. Today we're gonna go out and we're gonna blow up the World Trade Center because that's what we do. Oh God, a mini Trump mini me. Oh God, that would be so funny. That would be pretty freaking funny. That would be hilarious. All right, guys, I'm gonna give you guys one more chance. Anyone wants to come on up here and join me? If not, I'm gonna call it a night. I'll give you guys a little bit of time. But yeah, Trump mini me. That'd be so funny. Oh my god. And then we can get oh shit. I guess Ben what's his name? To be the M for the political M would be dude, Andrew Yang. Yang could be his M. Oh cool. Right on, Comfort Doll. That'll be a lot of fun. I don't have a function. That's okay, Simon. No worries. Great Doc, enjoy. That's all right, guys. It's no worries. I mean, it's like freaking almost 2 a.m. anyway. I can't imagine what time it is for you guys. Like 5, right? If you're on the East Coast, it's like 5 a.m. What are y'all doing up so late? What are you guys up at 5 a.m. for? Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You guys can't sleep? Is that what's going on? I couldn't sleep. I was too amped up from being on there with stupid Josh. 4:46 a.m. Oof, that's too late. Did they allow me to post a link for that documentary? Oh yeah. Um, unless you're a mod, it's not going to let you post a link. But what's the name of the doc? Oh, that's early for you, Cliff. Oh, that's right, Cliff. You're always the one that's always talking about how I'm on too early or too late because you have to stay up because of the time difference. That's right. So this is probably good for you. You're like, oh my god, I can get Kenny, and it's not even freaking late at night. Oh yeah, I was actually gonna do one today or yesterday. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I just couldn't get up to do it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll go out and explore again tomorrow. That was a lot of fun. There's still a lot of stuff to show you guys. There's all kinds of cool murals just here in the downtown area too. And man, it's crazy. I don't know about you guys, but around here, like a lot of buildings, businesses are boarded up because what happened like a few months ago, and they're just they're not done yet. And this is crazy to walk through downtown and see all the boarded up buildings. Wasn't feeling good and went to sleep earlier after a few hours. Here I am. All right, guys. Talking about the killing of Kinnick earlier. Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out. I'll look it up. Thank you for that, Too Tall Rob. All right, guys. I'm going to call this one. It's been a lot of fun, though. Oh, cool. Right on. Well, I hope you have a lot of fun. And I hope you get some good breakfast in. You get some biscuits and gravy. Can't go wrong with biscuits and gravy for breakfast. You really can't. Great breakfast. All right, guys. I'm going to call this one. I'll see you guys later. And thanks for joining me. I should have a video tomorrow or today, rather later. So look out for it. And see you guys later. All right, guys. Peace.